So this is what I have set up in my basement over here. All right. It's about 80 degrees. I have it intentionally right near my boiler. And I planted these, I want to say like February 1st. Now, this is about a month in. So let's say right now it's March 6th or so, March 7th maybe, 2021. In February 1st, maybe February 1st, so we're probably 5 weeks. So I have a little heater, have a timer, and I have a bunch of different lights. So I have, this is T5s. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 T5s in this fixture. I have another fixture that's off right now. And then I bought an LED, a relatively inexpensive small LED. So here's where we are. The Carolina Reapers took the longest to germinate, and they're the smallest. But the ones in the back, this is a Carolina Reaper. I just transplanted them into here. And that's a Carolina Reaper. So these, maybe I have 4 of them. Honestly, I did not go crazy. I'm like, if I got 2 plants out of this, I'll be happy. So Carolina Reaper, 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe are the Carolina Reapers. The Habaneros are growing the fastest. Those are all of these. These big ones are the Habaneros. This little baby right here is a Reaper over here. And then the other ones are the Scotch Bonnets, which are 1, 2, 3, maybe I have 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 or 4 Scotch Bonnets. So anyway, I have 2 different fans blowing. I think the fans are pretty helpful. So I got this one that I fixed in another video. I bought this one, but the issue with this one, this blows 24/7. The problem is it's electronic. And if the power goes out, if I put this on the timer like I'd like to, the power goes out. What happens is when the power comes back on, this won't go on. So stupid. If you're going to buy something like this for a timer type of thing, you make sure you get something that with a manual control, so you can turn it on, it'll go on, it'll go off. So this little guy goes all the time, even when the lights go out. I have it set so the lights go out. I would say they're on from 5 in the morning until midnight. So for 19 hours I have them on, and then at 5 hours I have them off. What else do we have here? I've been using deionized, like demineralized water, because I have a demineralizer for my ice maker, so I've been using that. I have this little gauge that shows you if I've been keeping them more moist than you should, because I find that when these things are tiny, they dry out really fast and they die, and that's the end of it. So I'd rather keep them too wet than too dry. But I've read that peppers like dry. So at this point, I'm going to try to monitor it. Since I work, and typically I don't have a chance to come down here a couple of times a day, I don't work from home. It's not that easy to monitor to make sure they don't dry out. So I'm going to have to, I've been filling the bottom of these things with water so that at least they get some root, they can absorb water from their roots. This might be a little bit low. I have that LED cranked way down. It's 80 degrees in here. Let's see. It's a little more than 80 degrees. And that's it. That's it. We'll check in the future, but like I said, it's been 5 weeks, and this is the size. Again, it depends on the variety, but these took off right away. There was really nothing. I didn't think those Reapers were going to make it at all. But now, hopefully, I'm out of the bad part, and they're going to grow. Again, this is kind of close. The manual came with the LED, said like 18 to 24 inches, but these are probably a foot away. But I have this cranked down very low. So we'll see what happens. I've done this a couple of times before, but not for a few years. I did it with like ghost peppers, and I actually got a good yield. I'm not going to plant them in the ground. I'm going to plant them in large, maybe like 5-gallon containers. I have these air containers that work really well. And we'll see, this way I can move them into the sun. They can get a lot of sun. So that's it. I have a little thing of Miracle Grow over here with water. And we'll see. It's just basically a potting mix. And the potting mix, I just have the regular potting mix, a little perlite that keeps a little moisture in there. And let me think what else. That's it, some peat moss mixed in too.